We've launched the Stack Store. You can now choose from a curated selection of over 25 local and overseas brands. Visit stackhomes.com/store now and refresh your home.
Hey guys, Ruben here. Welcome back to another episode of In-House, where we tour some of the most beautiful homes that have been recently listed on the Singapore property market. So today we are in the heart of Balestier and we're going to be checking out a one-of-a-kind 2-bedroom penthouse with its very own private rooftop deck, complete with a swimming pool on the second floor. Now, one thing that's interesting about this unit today is that the homeowners did the entire renovation without an ID, so everything that we're going to be seeing today is a result of their blood, sweat and tears they've poured into making this house into a home. Now, just before we begin, we'd like to thank you guys for your continued support in this channel. It really helps us in making the content that we do, and with that, let's get this tour on the road. Alright, so specs on this unit today, we've got 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, spread across 1,399 square feet. Now you've got 2 levels, so plenty of outdoor space. You also have a lap pool on the rooftop, which we'll check out in just a bit. Now the homeowners are a young couple that moved in just over 2 years ago, and in total have spent almost $60,000 worth on renovations to this house. Now the home is going for $1.5 million, and with that, let's begin from the entryway. Coming into the house, the first thing you come in through is this sizable entryway. That being said, it's not so large that you get a waste of space. Now, the first thing you're going to be seeing is this custom rattan console together with the rattan pendant lights, and it's really a sign of things to come. Now, when the homeowners designed this place, they wanted it to be in a traditional Southeast Asian theme. So throughout this tour, you're going to be seeing tons of wood furnishings, a lot of rattan, and certain flora that have been specially curated for the theme of this house. Now, as we get on through this entryway, we have white marble tiles that go through the entire home, and combined with the cream walls and the ton of lights that come in through the windows, you suddenly get a very bright and airy feel. Coming in from the entryway, we immediately get into the living room. Now it's here that you find a 3-seater N-lane sofa, the ones you usually only find in high-end furniture showrooms. Here you've also got a coffee table and a bench. Now, one thing that's important to note is that most of the furniture here are custom made, and very few of them are built in, which means that homeowners could easily move them around to fit their needs. Now, the current homeowners have also decided to go with a tropical wallpaper, and together with the wooden Venetian blinds, you really begin to get the overall traditional Southeast Asian theme coming out. Progressing from the living into the dining area, we find a 4-seater dining set together with another rattan pendant light. Now next to it, we've got a wall-mounted television set, and notice that the windows actually span both the living and dining areas, not just flooding this home with light, but also giving the occupants a beautiful unblocked view over the entire Kim Kiat Lane, where you'll find tons of heritage shophouses. Now this particular space is right next to the kitchen, which we'll check out right now. This kitchen was designed with efficiency in mind. On one end, you've got a singular countertop, and on the other, display shelving. Appliances wise, you've got your usual fridge, 2-burner gas hob, sink, plenty of cabinetry both below and above the countertops, and behind me we've got a window which not just brings light into the space, but also allows for cross ventilation. Also notice the smart display storage right here, which is also going to come in handy. Now, you might think that this is all simple enough, but what if I told you that there are actually 2 doors in this kitchen? Now, the first is this carpentry door right here, which helps to essentially conceal the bomb shelter, and the second is behind this spice rack, behind which you'll find the utility yard where you can fit a washer and dryer, as well as a window that allows ventilation and light into the space. So as we head into the bedrooms, we come into this little corridor of sorts. Now, it doesn't really feel like a corridor because you've got so much light coming into this area, and it almost feels like a transitory or preparatory space as you get into the bedrooms. It's also here that you'll find the entrance to the second floor right next to it, something we'll check out in just a bit, but first, let's have a look at the common bedroom. So this particular common bedroom has been converted by the homeowners into a study area. Now notice that the flooring is now of a darker parquet, and you've got actually 2 study desks here, which essentially mean that up to 2 people could fit into this space at any one time. That being said, if you were to convert this space into a bedroom, I could easily see a queen-size bed fitting in here with plenty of space on either end for bedside furnishings. Now, one thing I'd like to add is that these are bay windows, and on one end you see it's been converted into a study table. You could potentially fit a lounge area here as well. And to top everything off, we've got a 2-panel wardrobe for additional storage areas. So just before we get into the master bedroom, we come to the common bath. Now it's separated from the rest of the living areas by this beautiful bifold wooden doors. Coming in, it does feel pretty sizable. So overall, it does have this very light, natural tone. Now the occupants of this bath will be from your master bedroom, your common bedroom, and occasionally when you have guests over. Now you've also got a dedicated shower area together with a rain shower and a shower ledge where you're able to place your shower accessories. Final thing, of course, is we have a window which allows for ventilation and light coming into this common bath. So at the end of this corridor is the master bedroom. Coming in, we notice that there's space for a queen-size bed, right next to which is a built-in vanity. Now opposite of that, you've got a built-in console/display area, TV set, as well as space to store your clothes. There isn't a direct door to the common bath, however, you could fit one right here if you so wished. And in my opinion, the best part about this bedroom has to be the balcony, which I'll take you out to right now. Heading out onto the balcony, you immediately notice the change in the noise environment, which again is testament to how good the soundproofing of this unit actually is. You've got outdoor timber decking, just enough space for a coffee table and 2 outdoor armchairs, and it's here that you get a view of the entire Balestier Road stretch. Now, up to this point, we've had views on either end of the unit, but what if I told you that somewhere upstairs there's a 360-degree view of the entire area? And so now that we've checked out all that the first floor has to offer, let's head upstairs. So separated from the rest of the living areas by these glass sliding doors are the stairs leading up to the second floor of this penthouse. Now the homeowners have opted to go with artificial turf as well as bamboo blinds to give more privacy and character to the space. And it's really a sign of things to come. Now you might not notice it right now, but underneath all these artificial turf are honeycomb drainage cells, which essentially ensure that even during the heaviest of downpours, you're not going to get massive puddles of water around the area. Now one final thing as well is that this whole space has been recently retiled for maximized durability and waterproofing. So the first thing we notice as we get to the top of this deck is this 7.3 by 2.7 meter long swimming pool. Now it's perimetered on either end by safety glass railings, which essentially landed an exclusive feel without compromising too much on the views. Now we've also got solar panels lining the side of the pool, and these guys light up in the night, essentially transforming this entire deck into a romantic haven. Now it's also from here that we can get beautiful 360-degree views of the surroundings, and in the night you have the beautiful city lights down below. So as we further explore the deck, we come to this sheltered area. Now the homeowners have implemented an outdoor wooden set, and in the evenings this lays host to many a barbecue and plenty of poolside fun. And one thing I want to point out is that this is actually the entrance, the secondary gate from which the maintenance team for the pool comes in every other week or so. And so now that we've seen most of the unit, allow me to head back to the living area for one final look at this space. So overall, at 1,399 square feet spread across 2 levels, you've certainly got a lot of interior and exterior areas to play around with. And so now that we've had a look at the entire home, allow me to share a little bit more about this development as a whole. Bliss Loft is located along Kim Kiat Close and it TOP'd in 2009. There are a total of 48 units spread across a single tower that spans 14 floors. Here you get a mix of 1 to 2 bedroom units, which range from 452 to 1,399 square feet. As Bliss Loft is a boutique condominium, note that there aren't an abundance of facilities here, though you do get the usuals, including a 9-meter long swimming pool, a boutique gym, 1 barbecue pit, as well as mechanical lift parking for those who drive. Amenities-wise, being located in the Balestier area certainly has its perks. Apart from the numerous coffee shops and restaurants that line Balestier Road, you'll also find dining options at nearby malls, including Balestier Plaza and Zhongshan Mall. And for an even greater amount of options, Velocity at Novena is a 7-minute drive from the condo. For recreational options, Whampoa River is just 5 minutes walk away. There, you'll find a well laid out park connector which eventually leads you to the Toa Payoh Sports Complex. Regarding public transport, there are 2 accessible bus stops along Kim Kiat and Balestier Road, both of which have plenty of buses that go to and from the city and other key areas of Singapore. The closest MRT is Novena MRT station, which is a 15-minute walk away. For those who drive, both the CTE and PIE on-ramps are less than a 5 minutes drive away during non-peak hours. And so that officially wraps up the tour for today. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And just before you leave, as always, it would mean so much to us if you consider liking this video, leaving a comment down below and subscribing to this channel. With that, thank you so much and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.